Folks, we're halfway up one of these fall summits. Almost feels like walking on granulated sugar. Welcome to Great Sand Dunes National Park, one of the best kept secrets of Colorado. This is a destination totally worth visiting, despite being a day's drive away from Denver. Great Sand Dunes is in a region of Colorado that is drier than what people usually think of as Colorado. And that's no surprise, being only 50 miles away from the New Mexico border. Welcome folks, arriving at the park entrance. The dunes are located right next to the visitor center, so there's not much driving once you get here. And being 200 miles away from Denver, crowds are small and there are plenty of parking spots. We went to the visitor center in the afternoon, and it was the only part of the park where I felt was overly crowded. Due to COVID restrictions, there was a 30-minute wait just to get in. To be honest, it would be best to just go straight to the main dune. Okay, we're going to be fording a river, it looks like. Once you get to the dunes, it's about a 30-minute walk to the base of the dune, and you're free to walk up as high as you like. The higher you go, the better the views, and the more immersive your visit will be. The dunes get a little steeper as you go up, so it'll be a little more fun and exciting for those who venture a little further in. This is probably the closest thing to a beach for folks in Colorado. Last, we have forded the river. Lake Sheriff enters. We are approaching the Great Sand Dunes of Colorado. Almost feels like walking on granulated sugar. Folks, we're halfway up one of these fall summits on the Great Sand Dunes. This leads up to High Dunes. These are marked trails, but people walked enough on them this season that they're kind of marked. You can see the shoes are getting a little sandy. Got adequate sun protection. Some folks snowboard or sandboard down. The mountain range looks even prettier here. It looks like it cleared up from this earlier this afternoon. And going down is the fun part. Feels like you're walking on the moon. The tallest dunes in North America are formed by the perfect geological conditions in the San Luis Valley. The park itself is in the Rio Grande Rift Valley, on a falling fault block alongside the rising alpine Sangre de Cristo Range. Here's a simple diagram that shows the movement of the fault blocks. Precipitation erodes the mountains, and that sediment collects at the base. Generally, sediment flows downstream and eventually into the ocean. But not here. A perfect balance of natural forces collects sand, and today we see these dunes still growing. The highest dune here is almost 1,000 feet high. That's all we have from our half-day visit. If you haven't been here, I highly recommend it. The San Luis Valley and the sand dunes are natural wonders. We wish we had more time at the sand dunes, but there's a lot more to come on this trip. In the rest of the evening, we will follow the San Luis Valley and the Arkansas River up to Leadville, the highest city in the US. On the way, we'll see the highest peaks of the Rockies. If you enjoyed this video, please add a like and subscribe to my channel. Stopping here for dinner right off of Route 24. Nothing beats a Colorado sunset.